What happened to PvP in Blox Fruits? It used to be challenging and skillful, but now it feels like the skill gap has vanished, and that literally anyone can just use Kitsune and get to 30M bounty easily. In this video, we'll explore the history of Blox Fruits PvP, its various eras, and uncover why players are getting less skilled over time. Again, I know that this will get a ton of dislikes again because of the second part of the video. But still, make sure to listen with an open mind and think rationally. PvP in Blox Fruits dates back to the early days of the game, spanning from its release to Update 8. During this era, the PvP community could be summed up in two words: highly skillful. While PvP wasn't as enjoyable back then due to the absence of many current meta weapons, it was far more skill-based for the same reason. Combat was simpler, and key mechanics like instinct tricking, one of the most important aspects of PvP, were still far from being well developed theoretically. Most players engaged in PvP purely for fun, creating a unique and non-toxic environment. Update 8 brought us a lot of things, most notably the release of 2nd C. But it also brought Race V2 and V3, making races way more important than they were previously. However, the core aspects of PvP remained largely unchanged during this period. The meta still revolved around fruits like Paw and Doe V1, which were considered top-tier choices at the time. This era spanned from Update 8 till Update 13. Update 13 marked the end of truly skillful Blox Fruits PvP, introducing the dragon fruit. It was a game-changer back in the day, being the newest most expensive fruit and changing the meta with how overpowered it was at the time. Even now, dragon remains one of the best fruits for PvP. This era lasted until Update 17.3. Now, time for my least favorite update in terms of balance changes. Update 17.3 revamped the game entirely basically. But most importantly, PvP was revolutionized forever. The new most expensive fruit was now Leopard, and a new game-breaking awakening was also added, Doe V2. Additionally, the current meta God-Human, Cursed Dual Katana and Soul Guitar were also added at the same time in this update. And finally, lots of fruits got reworked as well. This era marked the end of Blox Fruits PvP being skilled. Immediately after Update 17.3, another update dropped that revolutionized PvP once more, Update 18. Update 18 truly added Race Awakening aka Race V4 to the game, breaking the entire PvP balance once again. Race Awakenings are now one of, if not the most overpowered things in PvP. In fact, it was added to solve the problem of people jumping, teaming and third-partying PvP fights, but it came nowhere close to solving those issues, but instead just made PvP even less skilled. And finally, the current era of Blox Fruits PvP started with the release of Update 20. The devs have officially decided to just remove skillfulness from PvP by promising to try their best to add M1s to new fruits, such as Mammoth, Kitsune and T-Rex. The devs seem more focused on flashy fruits like Mammoth, Kitsune, and T-Rex, prioritizing visual effects over balance. They've removed skillful elements from the meta, with minimal attempts to restore balance. For instance, nerfing Shark only gave rise to Angel, which is just as problematic. Now that we've finished talking about the history of Blox Fruits PvP, let's talk about why the current Blox Fruits PvP community has lost its skills. First of all, we must acknowledge the fact that the devs are obviously not trying to balance the game. I'm saying it as a matter of fact, not that I'm angry about anything. I've literally grown numb from their constant new broken VFX-focused fruits that do nothing besides breaking PvP. In fact, in such a game, no one can resist how good those unskilled items can seem, and I do not blame these people for it. I've made peace with the brain-dead players. Nowadays, you could be seeing Sanguine Art Portal / Kitsune users spamming their moves to jump you 0.01 seconds after you leave a safe zone without ever asking you if you want to PvP or not, because they don't care. All they care about is their bounty, their own enjoyment and nothing else. So why has the PvP community lost its edge? The answer lies in the devs' design choices. Instead of balancing the game, they've leaned into creating new, overpowered fruits and mechanics. It's hard to blame players for gravitating toward unskilled, broken options. They're simply adapting to the tools available. Instinct tricking, once a key PvP skill, is now practically irrelevant. Why bother mastering dodge mechanics when you can rely on Shark V3 or Angel V3 to survive any combo effortlessly? PvP has become less about skill and more about abusing the latest overpowered tools. That's it for this video. If you agree with something that I mentioned, make sure to like and subscribe since I'm trying to get the YouTuber title in Blox Fruits. With that being said, I'll see you in the next video.